The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Baltimore.
Here we go. Set. Get on the bench. Switch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Edwards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
What you got?
And it's third down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Got it. 40's mine. 40's the mine. 40's the mine. Look at me. Go. Get to the ball. Ready?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 2.
On the ready. Check. 48's the hard. Get it.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Cohen, and he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on, boy. You got 6'6". Pull it high. Go on.
On second down, it's Cohen. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Come on, QB, come on. Come. 48 months. Shoot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Ready. The mic. Check. 48's the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson, Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd down now, Ransom. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Baltimore.
Buddy up. Go 58's the mic. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This one complete to Patton. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll drop the throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Let's go. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. 2nd and 15. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check 48's the mic. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the shot. Jim. 36. Let's go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got the hook up with Conley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw here. It's caught. Patton. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 9.
Ready? Now they'll run it with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the curl. Back. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's third down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cyrus Jones picks it. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Hill one more time, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 15 money. 15 money. 53. Mike 53. Back to run.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They'll set up a throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 82. Watch
Hey, foxtrot. Screw draw corkers.
It's all right. Hey, alert 48.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Get the flag. Ball track.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Watch screen. Go. Hold. 58, right over there. Right over there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Good trap. Both boys the mic.
This time Jackson will throw it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They're going to look to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll set up to throw. And able to find Conley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Exit.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
On the carry, it's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm ready like lift Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the rocket like rocket fuel.
Yeah. When I've been up this When up and up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast.